Oh no! You've caught me. You've caught me. I'm so unprepared. Aha! Much better. Much better. Hello. We're just gonna chill today. We're gonna play some custom games if anyone wants to play me. Otherwise, I'm gonna sit here and just chat. Yeah, today, basically, I was thinking about my week, and it's very, very busy this week. So I'm just trying to get some games in, but my brain is like absolutely shot. I've already worked a lot today, so we're not going ladder. I'm going to avoid the old abuser. I don't want to deal with that. That's not for me. Anyone? I've actually, you know what? No, that is not going to be. We're going to go for 1v1s. Viewer 1v1s. So if anyone wants to play with me, I will play them. If you are 1000 elo, it's cool. If you are 1500, it's cool. If you are 2k, it is cool. So if you want to play, just join up to my room and we can play some games. I'm just playing random gods and going from there. So yeah, we'll play against DK, Black Sin at the moment. Oh, that ad is over. We do not need that ad there. All right. Hello. I think this is this someone in the Twitch chat? Is this someone on the YouTube chat? They just clicked green up. They didn't even say anything, so I'll just play them. So how's everyone going? There's a lot of really cool things on the horizon for Age of Mythology, you know? Like there's a lot. We have a potential gigantic balance patch coming. We've got a land coming. We've got all the stuff. Get over here, please. I want to try and go ahead and do that. I'll do a little bit trying to defend my base. Somewhat important. I'll just scout off this way and then swing around this way and then come back. What's the relic? Pearl of Argus. We're up against Odin, so I think we're gonna try and be a little bit funky here. I want to be a little funky in my funky business against my guy here. So oh, there's Hunt in the middle. Oh, that's kind of wild. Has everyone ever tried playing Village Center Amaterasu before? A new Civ? A new Civ could be cool. I definitely don't think that's out of the question for Age Mythology, you know? Like, we obviously haven't heard anything. But I think we'll know whether or not it's out of the question. Oh, you're stuck there. We'll know that it's out of the question when the basic expansions get announced, or like any sort of roadmap gets announced for the other Age of Empires games, Age of Empires 2 and Age of Empires 4. Next villager can drop me a house. I'm really loving building my base like this. I'm really loving it. Like, I can wall this off here. I can wall off this way. It's a thing of beauty. Like, I can wall... I need another house here, but I can wall in onto that. Come over onto the gold there. I'm going to put these villagers onto here. Of course, I should probably grab this then. Oh, he's building a temple here, so it looks like he might be wanting to go for a town center. I mean, we can check that out. What pantheon will I like to see next? That's a very interesting question. I don't have any serious preferences at the moment. I don't even know what would be interesting. Do you know what I mean? You come over onto this one because there's berries here, so we can share the berries in the wood. We're just going to keep loading up this. I might build another house here to lock this off, and then I can get my walls up when I need to. One house here. That's gold. I just need to keep an eye on this town center. I don't really know how good my opponent is. Doesn't really matter. An alien ship. I don't... Nah. I still think that it's important to keep things... pretty stock standard, to be completely honest with you guys. Pretty stock standard seems important to me. Let's go this one. Okay. Yeah, you guys can chop here. You can drop here for a long wall. We can put another long wall over here. Make sure it's got 21 gold. Thank you, Moose. And then we can drop maybe a village center on this side here to block this in if necessary. Yeah. And then we can come over here onto this, or we can walk over here onto that if he does decide to go for a town center. I'm just gonna sit my Kitsune here just to see what he's doing. I just wanna get in there, get some knowledge. Mesopotamian Civ? Yeah, I don't know. I'm really not sure. Let's get a Deuterino. Oh, you're stuck. Okay, so this here is now protected. You will come over here and drop this just here, and then we can get ourselves our thing. I also want to get that tech. What's he doing over here with his temple out in the middle of nowhere? I don't know how good my opponent is. He hasn't really played any games, so he could be anyone. Hello there. Okay. Get myself some upgrades. He is now putting a longhouse down. Okay. Well, these would be good. Where are you going? Okay. I think we can just go into archers and one Udor, and don't believe I need to make any other dudes here. I think we're good. I'll get another... we'll get our technologies in as fast as possible. Maybe you can run over here with this guy, and then we'll start putting villagers onto the situation over here. If I get more Miko, we live the dream. Opponent is the same elo as Kavoth. Yes, yes, this is... I'm playing against Kavoth here. This is Kavoth. You come up here. You can get a house. You can get a house over here. This will do for a Miko. Let's get this tech. You guys go up here for the food there. And I think after we get this tech as well... Wait, what does that cost? Wood? After we get that tech as well... At this stage, I reckon I can just take off all of these villages here and then put them over onto wood. You guys come this way. Okay. I think I'm ready to get my spammage started. Okay, I'll get guardhouse units of several different varieties. I still don't know what he's doing. I'm a little worried. If you were Odin, you'd be double walled already. Look, this is very Kavoth-esque. Very Kavoth-esque. I'm just gonna get a whole bunch of these. I don't care. Oh, is that a fight? No. And then we can start going for our Our one Yudo dudes. Oh, he's got her, sir. But if I make enough Yumi archers, we should be good. Why do I have so much gold? But I have like 5 villages on gold. Is my macro that bad? Do I take like 3 of them off? Actually, what do you cost? Food? What the hell? Okay, so he scouted my town center. Now, granted, I haven't scouted his, so I don't know what's going on. Let's drop an armory. Oh, now I'm getting the condemned thing. Fantastic. I'm pretty sure I can survive on the hunt production from this Shrine of the Hunt with what I'm doing here. Dude, the gold cost on these units is like nothing. What the hell? These units are OP. Do I get another... Do I get another thing? I think I do. Oh, we can probably go into gold now. Do you reckon we're ready to go kill him? Norse gets a pass because army builds walls. It's OP. Like, are you guys only now getting onto this fact? Like, have we not been building walls with Norse more so than with any other civ since, like, Legacy? Since at the very least, the start of Retold. Once it was like, oh no, Norse gets absolutely botted by Egyptian. Let's build some walls and see how it goes. Like, what are you guys been doing? How are you so slow? Okay, now I don't have any gold and I have too much wood. I probably should go kill him. Alright, let's go kill him. He's had a fun game of not engaging with me and I would like to go kill him. Right. I can probably get some farms down here as well. Can I put anything else? Yes, I can. Okay. GG! I even had a town center and everything. Well, as a quick one, I don't think he was a viewer. We have to make sure we're playing against the viewers. When I beat his ass, he bug splats. Well, that's super unfortunate. I think the better move is to just waste his time then. Oh, how do I get, oh, like this? I see. Paul from YouTube. All right, let's play. Good luck, Paul. I wonder if the guy is a bot. That would make more sense, right? If it would make more sense if the guy abusing is a literal, just like a program.
好的。遵命，出发。遵命，出发。准备好了。什么？请什么？是的。好的，是的，好，是的。
All right. Give me some goats.
什么？
I love a good ghost late game.
遵命，出发。准备好了。起什么？
He is not a bot. Bots aren't that good.
准备好了。
Okay.
是的。
Well, you don't know.
遵命，出发。
They've got Claude now. They can probably make a bot that's pretty decent.
起什么？
I should try that.
准备好。
I wonder if that's possible. Can I write a Claude bot that plays the game Age Mythology by reading what's on the screen?
请下命令。
是的。
That would be very interesting.
好的，请下命令。请下命令。是的。
Oh,
准备好了。
I think I should have done the soup and turned the villager off and had half a second of idle time.
是遵命，
Ah, well.
猎人。出发。
Drag this guy back in here. You don't think they made a bot that also... They literally... That's the easiest part. That's the easiest part. It's a little chat engine.
出发。遵命。
Not even difficult.
什么？请下命令。出遵命。出遵命。出发。遵命。准备好了，出发。请下命令。准备好了。
Is it better to get the Quafu out
出
first?
发。
Or get the temple through first? I never know.
准备好了。
I'm gonna get the temple down next though.
出发。是的。好的。是的。准备好了。
Maybe I should have got the Quafu and then the temple.
遵命。
Because I'm gonna hit the 10 favor before I get the 100 gold.
准备好了。出遵命。是的。是的。请下命令。是出遵命。出发。
什么？
遵命。什么？出发，猎人。起什么？准备。遵命。
That's my goat.
是什么？起是的。出发，出发，遵命。出发。请下命令。建筑工，建筑工，伐木工。
准备好了。是的。建筑工、矿工。
It's the hard part about playing as China. I don't want to put any of my buildings to block my base in. So I have to wall around the entirety of it instead of anything else.
好的。
请下命令。
请下命令。是准备好了。遵命。出发。
Is there normally 4 relics?
出发。
Or 2 on this map? I think it's 4, right? Can I also get another Quafu in and afford it to immediately come onto this? Oh, you already took that one. Okay. Oh, there's heaps of hunt behind here. That's nice. Oh, and there's goats. Okay.
准备好了。什么？
If that's the case.
是的，准备好。什么？出发，出发，出发，请出发。是的，是好的。是的，是的，遵命，猎人。
That's a temple.
准备好了。
My guy is going to be very aggressive, it looks like.
什么？
Stop this here. Protect our gold mine.
什么？遵命，出发。出发，遵 遵命，出发。
If he's there, then I can just attack him in his main base. I'm not going to, but this is why you wouldn't normally go for a forward build versus
请下命令。
versus this type of thing. Okay, so these guys as well can come over here. Is that over here?
准备好了，建筑
do
工
that.
命令。
是的，出发。
These guys can come onto this.
什么？出发。
准备好了。
好的。
准备遵命，建筑工。
Okay. Well, yeah, I should go and kill him in his main base, but I feel like it's just not very nice. So in this one against the
是的。什么？
yeah, I think against these guys,
猎人。
I think it's going to be interesting to go for Dao
遵命，出发。
and then also Fire Archer
遵命。
in this situation. What are you getting here? A Tartier. That'll be nice as well.
什么？
请下出
Now
发。
over here, because he's taking so long, we're just going to build
好的，
this
好的，是的。什么？
nice and early.
好的。
I think we
是
do
的
that there as
出
well.
发，遵命，出发。
Our base is looking beautiful.
建筑工。
I need 2 Kwafu and stat.
准备好了。
You're building a house, that's fine.
是的，出发。
Now, I imagine he's just going to come and kill me with rams and stuff, right? So I should be able to just sit back and enjoy it.
遵命，猎人。
Just play defense a little bit.
准备好了。是的。好，是的，是的。
Unless he decides to grab this town center.
遵命。
I didn't think about that. That might be... I don't think it's going to be an issue, but it might be tricky.
出发。
I should scout. Let's get... I got some guys. Let's send this over here.
命。
准备好了。是的。
请下建筑工，猎人。
Okay.
出遵命。
Now from here, time for more Dows.
什么？
We are going for the atheist version of Shenong. Because there is no reason to get anything other than Kwafu in this position.
是的。出遵命。
He's still not, he's going for these guys, he's doing those guys. Okay. Feeling very comfortable in my ability to make these Deuterinos. I'm going to jump onto this.
请建筑工，建筑工，猎人。出遵命。
No need to do anything else. No need to be like super hyper efficient or anything with it.
出遵
I think I might build another building here
准备好了。
when I
什么
can.
建筑工，猎人。出遵命。
And all of these, unless he's going for a back town center. Like my scouting's so abysmal right now.
是的。建筑工，猎人。
请下命令。
好的。
You put this here and then we can kind of just do this. Upgrades are always good when you have a whole bunch of villagers. May as well. What is this relic? Adamantine shingles. I don't know if I care. Okay.
出发。
The temple goes first if you want 3 Kwafu. Really?
遵命。
Okay.
什么？出发，猎人。
是的，遵命。建筑工。出遵命。
请下命令。
请下命出发。
I don't need any villagers on gold. I don't think I need any villagers on food, on wood either. We can put them over
出
here.
遵命。出发。
And what if I just go... I'm very interested. What if I just go mass
出发。
these guys and then I just attack move? Because the Dao Swordsman is by far the best infantry unit in the game for stats. So surely we just win with this guy, right? I'm gonna grab that as well. Now we got our Tautier as well.
准备好了。是遵命。是的。好的。什么？是的。好的。
出发，出发，出发。
Like most people would go to the next age because the classical age isn't very good for China. It's kind of like the Aztecs. The classical age, if you can avoid it, you generally want to. And he's letting me avoid it, so... I mean, the only thing I'm worried about here is if he's got a whole bunch of myth units, of which I don't think he can have because he can't have favor, so I got nothing to worry about. I do need to ensure that I go for them after the fact, though. So let's get prepared where that's concerned. I'm just going to keep spamming dudes out, and we will wander forward. Let's turn off the special on that.
是的，遵命出发，遵命，请出发。
Now the big advantage for us here... God, this is not...
遵命，粮食猎人。
Hello there.
遵命，
He does have the town center, but he doesn't have anything else. Okay,
开出发，
I'm gonna fight them.
出发，攻击。
And we're gonna go ahead and kill the Gullimbursty with our super-powered god power, and I'm going to kill him.
出发，是的，
什么？出发，建筑工。
请下命令，就绪，
And China OP.
开战。
These Dallas swordsmen are insane. What the hell?
是的，出发，伐木工，请下命令，建筑工，猎人。
What the hell? These Dallas swordsmen. OP unit.
出发，攻击。
是的，遵命出发，遵命猎人。
We can even go next age.
好的，遵命，是出发。准备好了，是的，请下命令，是的。
Okay.
遵命，
Yeah, my Dallas swordsmen. Okay, I get it when people say that defenses are weak in this game. These Dallas swordsmen don't take any damage. GG. Adapest just showed you that Tequila archers might be cracked. Are these not things that I've literally already... Why do you guys not listen to me? I swear, I've told you everything you need to know about the Aztecs already. Lord Cindrius, thanks for the prime, my friend. Are you trying to rage bait me? No, I don't really watch the balance Discord. Did you make a balance? Did you make a balance post? You're trying to change the Chinese infantry? Okay. He's asking for a faster Dao. Well, at the moment, you pay... Actually, I've got this written down. Let me get this open. Give me a second. I have the numbers here. So the Dao swordsman, the Dao swordsman, for every, like compared to the other Deuterinos, let me just double check this. Okay. So you're paying 11.3 resources per its DPS, which makes it, I think these are the best. Those are the cheapest. You get the most damage for your buck out of the Berserk and the Murmillo. And then the Hoplite, and then the Dows. It's the fourth. Oh, and there's this one as well. That's the Samurai, right? No, that's the Ocelot Warrior. So the Ocelot Warrior, the Hoplite, the Murmillo, and the Berserk come in first, and then the Dao. In terms of HP per cost, the Dao wins out for every category. We're playing golf here on this one, right? The lower the score, the better. So the Dao has got the most HP per cost in both categories by a long shot on the Pierce, but both categories. That's just behind on the old DPS there. Its DPS per pop is looking pretty nice at 3.75, but yeah, it's still behind. That's the same thing over here as the cost. So yeah, I mean, he's a tank that doesn't do a huge amount of damage. That's kind of what he is. That's kind of it. So yeah, if you give him more speed, then you have to probably take away some of the tank. That would probably be the thing that you have to do if you made that change. The Spearman actually is Chaman HK in the chat. The Spearman actually has, take a look at this. Take a look at this. The Spearman at the moment has got the most DPS out of any of the infantry units versus Cav. So there you go. No wonder Egyptian's broken. That'll show you guys. I don't think. Wait, are you seeing me on YouTube? Okay, let's play. But yeah, Dow Swordsmen are Dow Swordsmen are pretty good. I don't think they're bad. I just think they're boring. The whole thing with the Dow Swordsman is let me build a death ball and then attack move. It's the same thing with any tanky unit though. So if you don't like the Dow Swordsman, you probably don't like the Mountain Giant. And if you don't like the Mountain Giant, then you don't like kicking dwarves. And if you don't like kicking dwarves, then I'm not sure I can be your friend. Oh. Oh. I haven't heard that yet. That's kind of cool. Alright, you guys go this way. Baboon, go this way. You go onto this. We're also going to drop a monument here. What are these? This might be the first time I've played on this map. Is this the first time I've played on this map? I think so. Alright, that's fine. Let's go this way. Make a YouTube video about your Chinese... what's my... Are you talking about Young Earth? Yeah, look. The one thing that I've learnt is that the majority of people who complain about balance have not really thought through their complaint. They haven't really asked the right questions. And the right questions are, of course, there's obvious stuff. There's stuff that is just overtuned, right? There's some stuff that's just got too much power for its cost, right? Or just too much power for when it comes into the game. So, for example, like Blood Pact on a Blood Pact has too much power in the classical age. Might be a valid criticism because nothing else gives you that amount of damage at 3 minutes. And you have to compare it like that. You're like, is it possible to do this with any other civ? Okay, no, then maybe it's a little bit too much.
You are Greek. Gerek. Kid. And I knew. In it, you knew. Anti-arc.
About your idea of making Dow Castle to make... was that my idea? I don't even remember that idea. It sounds like an idea for people who like horses, which is the majority of the competitive community. It's possible to make 3.8 speed infantry with any other civ. No. Wait, actually, you can make 2 point something speed with Egyptian, right? You can get the elephant. That's kind of a similar type of thing.
In Greek.
Somewhat similar to the elephant, for sure.
In a giraffe. In a new. In wedge. Giraffe.
Actually, let's go this one.
Kid. Into you kid. In a shy kid. And arc.
Only siege units are below 4 speed? Is that 100% true? I don't know if it is. I'll think about that. Pretty sure there's some other units that got it below that speed.
Baya, ini tuh.
Actually, you should be on food here.
No.
What's the speed of the Gastrofitoris? Or do you consider that a siege unit? I guess. What else is there? War Elephant? War Elephant's technically a counter archer cavalry unit. What's Norse got? Norse doesn't have that stuff. Oh, I need to get another monument down. What am I doing?
No.
What's the speed of the Caraballister? That's pretty slow. Or is that another siege unit?
In which?
I don't know. I just think China's boring just in general. So, like, really, the thing that China needs more than anything is that Kwafu rework, but it's just never going to happen. And nothing else really matters. Do you know what I mean?
Greek.
Melee units only below 4 speed if they are siege. Uh-huh.
Into kid.
Nah, I'm counting the elephant. I'm counting the elephant. Without question, you got to count the elephant. There's no town center there, right? It's there, yeah. Oh, we're playing one town center game. This will be fun. Elephant has a multiplier versus buildings. Yeah, but so does the destroyer. Destroyer is not a siege unit. That's an infantry unit. Elephant is a cavalry unit. Come on. Don't get rage baited by me. It's too easy.
In which
There's no balance. There's definitely balance. Balance in the shape of, okay, balance in the shape of every matchup being equal is impossible, but balance in the shape of having some sort of an idea of cost of cost for stat. Basically, you apply you apply a cost for each stat, and that's how you can get some actual semblance of balance. You're never going to be able to get every matchup balanced. That's just not going to be a thing. I should probably get that upgrade. I'll get it after I advance.
You need to.
You know.
No. You are no. No.
So, what do I need to build here when I'm advanced? I think I need to go Chariot Archer so that I can snipe priests. I think that's what we'll do.
In which?
Oh no, I'm short. It feels bad.
Image erect. Gereg, you refer.
Okay, you guys go this way.
UER.
You guys go this way. We'll get that. We'll get this.
Gereg.
I think I need like 5 villages maybe on food for constant production, and then I can just make myself a whole bunch of chariot archers. The asymmetry is what makes AOM fun. Yeah, there's nothing. Okay, let me try and explain my own thought process on what balance is. Asymmetry is not you get X weak thing and the other player gets X strong thing. It's you get X thing that has got like Y stats, right? Or like different stats that all total up to a unit, like an infantry unit that has a cost of 90. And then the other unit that's got a cost of 90 would also total up to the same amount of stats, whatever that is. So like hack damage would be worth X, and then HP would be worth Y, and then armor would be worth Z, and then speed would be worth S, and then range will be worth R, and then you have to say, okay, well, these guys have got all of this stuff, and then we go from there. I want to get one more monument here.
Image
You need
erect.
you refer kids.
And UIR. Granito. Ayo.
Need some more.
IR. And Benito. Ayo repair.
I have too much favor. I want to spend it all. I need villages on gold. That's why. That's the problem.
Great Ayo. Benito. And which? UIR.
Okay, I'm getting rid of the favor. It's good. We got 8 Phoenix. This is going well. 9 Phoenix. I will make my way up to kill this thing.
Greek, you and
He escaped.
En tayo.
Enito. Tayo.
Inito. Baya. Ro iato.
And Greek.
Okay.
Tayo refer. Tayo I.
Now time to rotate around the other side
Enito. Greek
and look to nuke him.
tayo. In Greek and any Greek. Ayo refer. In and enito. Tayo tayo.
We could go and kill his main base, but I think hitting him off the gold here first and then going in onto the main base is probably the
Greg. Up.
maybe the safer option.
Sandwich. Greek.
Because he'll have a gold mine here, I think. Unless I misscouted, which... Oh, I did not.
And with UIR.
And you guys thought the obsidian butterfly was strong.
UI tayo.
Yeah. Can I bomb this?
Into you.
UIR.
EU refer.
Okay, that's dead. Go, the Phoenix! Alright, GG. Obviously a completely imbalanced strat that needs absolutely nerfing into the ground, right? Why does no one do this strat? Seems really strong. Look at these guys. Look at my 11 Phoenix. One v one versus viewers. Yeah, I'm just giving you guys some ideas for your own games. You see? You guys all get stuck playing what the pros play and forget that the pros are not you. And you are not the pros. We have Yotan. Oh, it's Yotan. Hey, bro. Yo, yo. I only abuse tree with Demeter. Yeah, Demeter. Tree is life. Tree is life. I'm never not. If I play Demeter, I'm building tree. This is how it works.
準備で建築担当なんだ行くね何
準備採掘建築担当
準備的はい任せて指示了解
You guys will like this one, I think.
何
I do need to build a shrine, but I can build that. I can build that while the
なんだ行くね
while the Miko is getting after the Miko gets some scouting info.
Shijiwa?
指示ある行くね建築担当
はい、カリ。
準備できたよ
なんだ
何
準備採掘
なんだ
Forgot to get the gold and the wood.
Shijiwa 建築担当カリ
Okay, so that should be
Nanda?
準任せかかち
All of
くわ
that
り
there.
準備完了。
指示ある
指示は任せろ。建築担当。
何了解
Now we walk forward
行くね了解任
and
せ
grab
て
all the relics in the middle of the map.
了解。
I also want to get another Miko. I should have grabbed it then.
何
Oh, we
はい
can take this. We can grab this. We can come back home.
了解指示あるはい
You come here.
な任せて了解行くね
I don't know where the other relics are. I'm gonna have to go searching for
指示
that.
は行くぞ。はい。建築機構り。
Actually, you know what? Let's make sure we grab this one.
行くね
準備完了。なんだ準備完了。かかり。
何 任せて
There should be something. Oh, there's one there. Okay.
なんだ行くね任せて了解
If you go.
何はい
All right, and we will go with this one.
了解。採掘。
準備できたよ
行くぞ。機構り。
な了解行くね任せて
Oh, Pygmalion's statue is kind of nice, no?
指示あるはい行くね
Look, it's the superstar. What's happening, man? You
準備
gave me a
何
you gave me a
何
monkey.
なんだ
Thank you for the monkey, my good man.
任せてかぐら指示あるはい
You will come over here and then wander
準備できた行くね
to the back.
何なんだはい
We'll get one more priest. Gonna grab myself an upgrade. I think what we're gonna do
何
is go for
送ってよその通り
a fast heroic. I've never done that with this god before. Seems like a great idea. You, Miko, number 3 can come up to the top. And I need a house, so I'll just pop that there.
準備できたよ行くはい
And here's
了解
gone through the dark.
伊藤その通り
なんだ
I will wait for the vision to go away, then drop the armory so he doesn't know what's going on.
夫婦送ってよ
I don't want him to know what's happening in the slightest. Now, I might also need to grab...
なんだ
I might also need to grab, like,
家畜
whatchamacallit at some point. Watchtowers.
何
But, actually, you know what? Maybe I should. As long as my wood is safe, which I think it is. I got line of sight. I just need to make my towers safe.
建築担建築担当建築担当建築建築担当建築任せ建築建築担当家畜
Alright, we're off to the races. Perfect.
なんだ建築担当何指示あるなんだ
I guess the big question here is, do I make Raiju or do I make Oni? Which one? Raiju are a little bit easier because I mean I got a lot of food actually. Ow. I lost my scout. That's not good because that there is my lifeblood. He does have barracks down, which means he's doing some sort of classical fight. I want to try and go for Raiju. I think Raiju might be really interesting. Just nothing but Raiju. So we'll get myself some more Miko. And we'll go that way. We'll go that route. Get 2 more Miko.
準備開
You
始
guys come over here. I'll send the Miko over this way. And a Miko over this way. And then hopefully I'll have the resources to advance.
指示は
Okay, and we start villages again.
はい
These guys go over onto gold. I'll grab myself pickaxe. If I link up on that spot, good. And then on...
任せて。何？はい、了
Ow.
解了解。なんだ？任せていくね。その通り。準攻撃よ。
Smack!
家具だ。ふふ。何かしら。私。
Alright, well, if that's the case,
なんだ？
I will put my thing in here. I don't need to go far.
雲になふふ。その通り。
It's fine. I'll get myself my upgrade. And my other upgrade.
命令その通り。何？
We got our super priest over there. And our super priest over here. And our unsuper priest there. Okay, this is going to go very well, I think. I might even go for...
準備完了はい家畜
I might even go for super gold income too. Hello, Usky. How's it going, man? Ramen? Ramen is a... Wait, is ramen a soup? I don't know about that. Not sure.
命令してみとその工夫私がやるわ。ふふ、送ってよ。
I need to get this tech too. Oh, you cost 250? Give me that back.
なんだ行くぞ家畜
I need more favor income.
準備できたよ。了解。
準備了解家畜指示は行くぞ建築担当
何？
赤建築担当んはい了解家畜
Noms? Happy days?
なんだ？何？任せていかい。指示ある。行くね。
The only issue is everything trains so slowly. Let me get another temple. I need to get a house.
何？建築採掘。
なん行くぞ建築担当
その通り。
Is he here? I think he is. Alright.
準備できた。了解。なん任せ。はい、行く了解。準備任せて。はい、行くね。任せて。
任せろ建築担当
何？了解。はい、行くね。
Nom nom nom!
指示ある。
Alright, that'll do.
了解。はい、行くね。
んはい建築担当
何？任せ了解。雲にな絡めとるわ。指示ある。はい。
指示は行くよはい建築担当
I just need enough gold income to get these guys doing things. Well, not gold income, wood income. There we go. That's what we were looking for right there. It's a little bit more favor.
建築担当
I think maybe the other side is the better place to go, right? Because he's going to be on this. You will put... no, you go here. You go here. Oh, hello there. He ran away.
指示は了解 準備建築担当
何これを行くね
Get some heals in.
なんだ何準備で家具だ指示ある何はい採掘任せて
Maybe onto a wood line somewhere.
これを対
Be
建
there.
築担当 はい行くねマクはい任せ了解
Okay, let's run.
行くね
行くぞ任せろ
Town center or next age? I think we get all these
なん
guys.
だ準備建築
準
担当
備的建築担当なんだ了解木こり
Okay, that had to have gone well for us. What's he attacking me with?
光準備なんだ行くぞカリ指示は建築担
The
当
only issue now is that he is going to have
なんだはい何了解
quite the amount of whatchamacbuckets, priests, to kill off my Raiju.
何了はい任せて
So I need an answer for the priests. I guess it's this one.
指示ある神楽
And you go onto that.
何なんだ
You
了
come over
解
here.
準備できたよ
You come over here. Alright, now we run into his main base with all these Raiju and we try and take out a town center or something while he's out of position. Because he's probably defending himself up on the top. Makes sense like that. He's got some dudes in here, I guess. Okay, now we run.
何いはい建築担当
And we heal up.
任せ神楽指示あるよ神楽なんだ指示行くねはい任せて神楽
準備完了はい了行くぞ行くぞはい了はい任せろカリ
何了はい行くね建築担当
建築担当光
Okay, these Raiju, they are seeming very, very strong. Look at him go. Nerf, nerf, nerf. Uh,
準備で了神楽
up to the top side.
なんだ指示
あ
は準備完了行くぞ建築担当
We'll see if he is in here. Nom nom nom! Run away!
何
Okay, we got another one of these.
建築担当
Gotta heal up. Back to my safe place.
何任せて
You guys can come onto this, I think.
なんだ指示ある了解準備で任せ行くね なんでよはい何
All right. One of these. Get that. Get that. I think we just keep making Raiju, right? Or do we go into the other guys? I think Raiju breed more Raiju. I'm kind of relying a little bit on my skill shot god power here. Okay. Well, the Raiju are very, very strong at the moment. As they are in the mythic. Got so many. Am I at tier 4 yet? No. Oh dear. He built the counter unit. He's supposed to be able to counter the god. He's supposed to be able to counter the wolves. Nom. Hey, GG. Why do people spam god powers with this one? With Susanoo? Why don't you just spam myth units? It's so much better. Boit thinks this is less cancerous than god. Yeah, it is. Way more fun for me. What a fun way to play the game. Look at all my beautiful dog boys. Look at him go. Look at him. Is there ever a reason to go Fujin with Susanoo? Yeah, I think Fujin's really good. I think it's a good god. I was contemplating it in this game, but I wanted to try Raiju. I haven't tried them in forever. I think they're pretty good. I think they go very, very, very well. Like I was just watching this game on the weekend, and there wasn't very many myth units, and I was feeling like it'd be better to make some myth units. That's what I was feeling. Ace's Husk Soup. I should make some myth units versus Mr. Soup. Oh, he's going for the myth unit god. Wonderful. How many myth units can the myth unit? Oh, I'm Gaia. I can't make myth units with Gaia. She's got nothing useful.
Again.
Yuji, Mak, Hedge, Eschloss, Osto. Mak, Yuji, Eschloss.
Scotch Fest.
Oops. Oh, that's right. No, it's not. That was almost a massive disaster. Good luck. Have fun. I don't want your stupid GP. Like, why not?
Burek, you head, Joes.
Myth units deal extra damage against other myth units. That one's OP.
Schloss, you head, Joes. Burek, Yuji, Osto. You head, Joes. Yuji. Bushko, Yuji, Mak, Bushko, Burek.
Head,
Bushkopos.
Herr Joes.
Burek. Head, Joes. Osto.
Wait, leave my oracle alone.
Osto. Schloss, you head, Joes.
What did it do to you, you big jerk?
Yuji. Burek. Yushkopos. Schloss. Burek. Yuji. Skopos.
I do have a pretty forward gold mine. It's not the best against
Head, Joes. Burek. Yushkopos. Burek. Yuji. Mak.
against this god.
Burek. Skopos.
Um,
Mak. Mak. Head, Joes. Burek. Skopos.
Might pop this villager onto wood, and then we'll get ourselves a Gaia Forest in front of the gold mine. Oh, hello there. That is indeed what I would like. What's that one? Pelter Barcus, isn't that useful? And then I guess I'll put a temple here.
Burek. Skopos. Mak. Head, Joes. Yuji. Mak. Burek. Yuji. Head, Joes. Burek. Yuji.
Skopos. Burek.
Skopos. Burek.
All right.
Yuji. Schwest.
Skopos. Burek. Schloss. Osto.
Well, that's his main base. Lol. We go this one.
Burek. Skopos. Burek. Yushkopos. Osto. Burek. Yushkopos. Mak. Yuji. Head, Joes.
Herr
Skopos.
Joes. Schwest.
Probably shouldn't have been. I probably should have been a little quicker to grab this because I imagine he's going to go for it because he's going to
Burek.
be making myth units. All right.
Skopos.
10% extra damage versus me. Oh,
Osto. Osto. Schloss. Yuji.
incredibly mean.
You head, Joes. Yuji. Schloss. Head, Joes.
Skopos. Burek. Head, Joes. Yuji. Eked.
Skopo. Mak. Yuji. Aked.
Skop. Eked. Most intim.
Burek. Mak. Osto. Schwest.
Skopos.
Herr Joes. Burek. Yuji. Oso. Schwest.
Burek.
Herr Mak.
Burek.
Yuji. Mak.
Yuji. Schloss. Yuji. Schwest.
Herr Joes. Eked. Schwest.
Yuji. Herr Yuji. Mak. Yuji. Mak. Yuji. Schloss.
Yuji.
Mak. Yuji. Schloss.
Yuji. Osto. Yuji. Yuji. Mak. Schloss. Yuji. Mak. Yuji. Mak. Yuji. Mak. Yuji. Mak.
Wait, which god did he go? I want the sleep one.
Schloss. Mak. Yuji. Skopos. Yuji. Burek.
That is actually the better option.
Burek. Mak. Yuji. Schloss.
There's one thing I know about Soup. He's probably already out of his base, though.
Skopos. Burek. Mak.
Herr Joes. Aked. Schwest.
Skop. Burek. Yuji. Yuji. Mak. Yuji. Eshlo. E poro fras.
Uje Eschlost.
Osmak. Burek.
Erjo ma Uje Eschma Uje Eschlost.
Skopos mak. Yuji. Skopos. Yuji.
Yuji Osto.
Eschlost. Vayen.
Skopos. Burmak. Ake. Diat.
Burek. Yuj Vayen. Mak. Vayen.
Burek. Yuji. Ma. Eshlo. Yuji. Skopo. Mak. Eshlo. Mak.
Yuji Shvest.
Yuji. 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 Skopos. Mak. Skop. Yuji. Eshlos.
Skopos. Vayen.
Yuji. Skopos. Yuji. Dilis moke. Burek. Yuji. Eshlos. Mak. Burek. Eshlo. Yuji. Yuji. Mak. Yuji.
Uje Mak.
Skopo. Yuji. Buma. Eshlos.
Yuji. Also Diat.
Yuji. Yuji. Mak. Skop. Yuji. Eshlos. Burek. Mak. Yuji. Yuji. Skop. Mak. Burek. Eshlos.
Skop. Esh. Diat.
Yuji. Yuji. Mak. Yuji. Skop. Esh. Mak. Yuji. Mak. Eshlos. Burek. Mak. Yuji. Yuji. Esh. Mak. Yuji.
Yuji Ost. Diat.
Yuji. Burek. Esh. Yuji. Mak. Yuji. Esh. Mak. Yuji. Eshlos. Mak. Yuji. Esh. Yuji. Yuji. Burek. Mak. Yuji. Esh. Mak. Yuji. Mak. Esh. Mak. Yuji. Mak. Eshlos. Yuji. Mak. Yuji. Esh. Yuji. Bu. Mak. Esh. Yuji. Mak. Yushko. Yuji. Eshlos. Burek. Yuji. Mak. Eshlos. Shko. Yuji. Esh. Mak. Yuji. Esh. Mak. Yuji. Yuji. Esh. Mak. Esh. Yuji.
I want to get my medium infantry, and then I want to go and attack him either here, or just like just want to go and attack him. So we'll go do that next.
Burek. Ake. Ake. Shvest.
Yuji. Mak. Yuji. Bu. Esh. Mak. Yuji. Esh. Mak. Yuji. Burek. Mak. Eshlos. Yuji. Mak. Yuji. Esh. Yuji. Esh. Mak. Yuji. Eshlos. Burek.
And we'll see if we win. I don't actually know. I think my macro's been very, very good here. I got too many villages on gold.
Yuji Shvest.
Yuji. Eshlos. Mak. Yuji.
Oh, I can't use that here.
Skopos. Yuji. Eshlos. Bu. Mak. Yuji. Yuji. Mak. Eshlos. Yuji. Burek.
I lost all my heroes, so I can't kill off his guy.
Skopos. Yuji. Mak. Yuji. Eshlos. Mak. Yuji. Mak. Mak. Dilis moke. Burek. Yuji. Skopos. Yuji. E poro fras. Skopos. Dilis moke. Burek. Yuji. Skopos.
Burek.
Shmak.
Burek.
Eshlost.
Skopos. Mak. Eshlo. Eshlo. E poro fras. Yuji. Mak. Yuji. Burek. Skopos. Yuji.
That couldn't have gone any worse for me. He absolutely outplayed me on the trap.
Skopos. Mak. Burek. E poro fras. Skopos. Yuji. Mak. Yuji. Mak. Yuji. Mak. Yuji. Mak. Eshlo. Yuji. Burek. Yuji. Mak. Eshlo. Yuji. Burek. Eshlo.
Skopos. Voliat. Uje.
Yuji. Mak. Eshlo. Yuji. Skopos. Yuji. Yuji. Dilis moke. Burek. Eshlo. Yuji.
Uje. Eschlost.
Skopos.
Yeah, if he's gonna do this, this is just good for me, no?
Voliat.
Yuji.
Uje.
Eschlost.
Well, I built Murmillo. As I said to Darth Nox the other day, Murmillo beat Ocelotl Warrior. And in a pop cost, they beat him in they beat him in pop cost, they beat him in resource cost. So as long as you don't fall behind, you win. No, it's the Ocelotls just don't. Not even Quetzalcoatl Ocelots beat the Murmillo. Like, they just don't win. You have to build Archer to force me off Murmillos. You have to be building archers. And if he builds the archers, then I'm going to start having to play the game. But yeah, he built the trap. That made that fight really close. But it just goes to show how bad the traps are. I literally just stood in front of it. I literally just stood on the trap. It did fucking nothing. Then again, I stood in the trap. It cost 100 resources to build the trap. And he is what? When the fire happened, he was 100 resources behind me, but he also dropped a god power, and I dropped a god power, and my god power is worse than his. So yeah, nah. Let's throw that Ocelot Warrior is better than the Murmillo bullshit in the bin. And we'll go to the next one. I've got the sheet. I got the Excel document. Magic showed the way. I just didn't understand it. Now I do. Such a nice set. Hey, Ocelot Warrior, don't win. No Ocelot Warriors for you. Boniface. All right. That's going to only fast heroic. I think you might want to play classical fight against Atlantean as Aztecs for just a little bit. No, fast heroic makes more sense. You want to get a fast heroic, you want to place the palace or the Great Temple in your base, and then you want to make Sean one. Sean one, kill off the Murmillos. And because 99% of the Gaia player base basically just sits there and spams Murmillos, you'll win every single game. So, yeah. The other 1% that knows how to play the game, now you have to go into the next tricks in the Aztec tool bag to win. How good are Ocelots compared to Berserks? Berserks are just the DPS machine. They're ridiculously good for DPS, but everything else, they're kind of low on the stats. So you have to make your... You have to get value out of your unique text for the Berserks. That's kind of how they work. If you don't have unique text, they're generally not worth building. As a rule of thumb. I don't know who Diob is. That guy sucks. Traps? What do you mean traps? I can't build traps with this god. I need to get villagers onto wood here, don't I? Yeah, I guess I'll go over here. I have the OP Susanoo. What are you supposed to do against this god as Egyptian? I should have put that villager on. I guess I have to get some gold anyways. I do want to go and grab all the relics on the map, so I'm going to scout out exactly where they are. Those guys will get me my wood. Can pre-queue this.
Nani? Ikune.
There's a relic there. Grass cutting sword is always nice. Aztecs, you have to have good Aztecs have a good scout to see what the opponent's doing. I actually don't know if I agree if Aztecs have a good scout. I could have and should have killed Soup's scout in my game. As soon as you expose the scout and the scout gets seen, it's dead. So, unlike the Pegasus, of which case is always going to be good. Like, where are the relics? I'm just going to send this guy this way. This way. I'm gonna get another one. Actually, come over here. Like, yeah, I think traps should be cheaper. Yeah. Either they have to be cheaper or they have to give more they have to do more damage. Would be my thought. And I don't like the idea of them doing more damage. Because if you're like me and you're not watching your army walk into the trap, then you just kind of lose them all. I don't like that. I like my army walking with me not having to be worried that they're going to get blown up by a tree. Let's go this one. You're telling me there was no relics on this side? Really? Couldn't be more upset. Maybe even a Tez unique thing for cheaper trap? Yeah. I think that everyone should be able to use traps for the Aztecs. I think that's it's a weird bonus to have bonus damage on traps. It's a weird bonus. My scouting has been outrageously bad. Like, the traps are just a part of the Aztecs, if you know what I mean. Tale of Cerberus on this map! Okay, I got a plan. I don't know if it's a good plan, but I have a plan. Come on. Let's go get that plate. Let's go get that technology. Not that technology, that whatever it's called. That relic. Go fast. I probably should scout what he's doing. I'm just kind of autopiloting. Autopiloting versus set is normally a bad idea. He's making barracks. Okay, no worries. So what we can do here, we got a couple of options. We can just get watchtowers. I'm going to step forward and be on this food early, just in case, and then I can walk back onto my hunt underneath my thing. And yeah, if we need to get watchtowers, we'll grab that, but... Watchtowers is a good upgrade, guys. And behind us, we wall this off so that this gold mine is very safe. Oops. We come here. So he's building axemen, that's fine. Like, if he wants to build axemen, he wants to build units, I've got the watchtowers, it'll defend me. Of course, he could build a couple units, go for a town center, and then I sort of waste on the watchtowers, but or he could fast heroic and then build something to kill my stuff there. But I want to be prepared. I don't need any more food. I need this. Once I get the wood in, I'll take the villagers off of wood and then put them over to gold. So the gold, the wood is 250, right, for watchtowers. So now I'll just have it there just in case he decides to just charge in, and then I can grab it on that. on that situation. I should probably also think about walling this off, but yeah, no, I'm not sure anyone's going to be able to convince me that traps are in the right space at our have the right amount of power for how much they cost. So either the cost has to come down or the power has to go up. But it's also one of those things that's kind of just an extra for the Aztecs in a way. So I kind of get it. Like it's maybe it's not meant for competitive and it's just meant to be a casual tool. I need more villagers on wood now. Yeah, because I managed to get to the heroic age here without him attacking me, I can just use my god power to send him away and then work on watchtowers for a little bit later. Okay, that does change things a little bit because you can just rush me. But I feel like if I just build another temple and I just get myself out... I don't even need another temple. I just need time to get my technologies in. Can't remember what they cost though. I need this. Oh, I should have grabbed that already. Oh well. I might actually build the temple. No, I need the, oh, you should be connected to this, shouldn't you? Maybe like that. Now we can look at a temple, maybe. Why are you going over here? Yeah, these upgrades are what slows this down, but I think we're okay. I don't think he's on 2 TCs. He might be. Let me have a look. I got a lot of food in the bank. I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing something. Now this should work for me to get myself to the next tier. Next tier means more Jotuns. Oh god, I think I've been read here. Maybe it doesn't matter.
任せろ。採掘ん了解。コリ。
何？
はい。キコリ。
Okay.
準マカリ。
It appears that the Oni is indeed a strong unit.
ケンチキコリ。
GG! Go the Oni. Did I even lose one Oni? I believe I lost one Oni, yes. Yes, I lost one Oni and one wheel, one fire wheel, one Udor. Oh no, I missed this relic. Oh. Oh. I could have I'm so upset. I am the wind god. Yeah. There's people out there that think that Fujin needs buffing. I don't believe them. But it is what it is. You guys go. Aru. With the Tezcat Lapoka. Oh, no, with the Tsukiyomi. All right. Let's play. All right. Thor versus Tsukiyomi.
Jou? Jou, hier weer something?
Basically, I think that the game is pretty well balanced. And the best type of balance that could happen at the moment is moving some power around. So if something feels a little too strong for someone, take that strong thing away and make something else feel strong. These bloody alpaca llama things, they need to get going. Alright, that'll do. I need a scout. I know there's like a butt ton of turkey that are just sitting somewhere on this map. I don't know where. I might have found them on that other side. Maybe I can charge around the side and see if you grab them. Do need to get a house, but part of me wants to get up to this top and just see what's going on. Yeah, I think he might have found them already. Alas. I need to get this house down, but I don't want to put it outside my base, so I'm just going to build it with a villager. Let's check out the back of my base. So this is maybe a town center. That's a town center. We'll come in and build a temple.
Hver þar? Skipan? Ég vil. Hver þar? Veið timbursveit. Til skipan? Tilbúinn.
Okay. Just trying to protect this gold mine a little bit. It's a little bit out in the open. A little bit difficult to... maybe you guys... Let's go this one. We'll just put a little cheeky wall in here. Alright. So I need to protect this wood line from raids. You guys can just go on to food for the time being.
Hver það? Ég samþykkt. Satt, já. Ég vil.
Skipan? Já, samþykkt. Tilbúinn.
Tilbúinn. Atrás. Hver þar? Grjótsveit. Grjótsveit.
Ég vil. Satt, já.
Another house there. My life a little bit. Nice. I have Hunt over there. I'm interested in if he's going for units or not. I mean... At some point he'll send some guys into my base, or at some point he won't. I don't know.
Skipan? Tilbúinn. Já.
Skip, já, ég vil. Hver þar? Satt. Ég vil. Já, ég vil. Satt, já. Já, ég vil. Tilbú, satt. Skip, já, samþykkt. Já, ég vil. Já, samþykkt. Já, til atrás. Hver satt, já. Já, samþykkt. Já, ég samþykkt. Satt, já, samþykkt. Skipan, já, ég vil.
Hver þar?
Well, that is indeed units.
Til, já, samþykkt. Skip, já. Hver þar? Tilbúinn. Já, ég vil samþykkt.
Tilbúinn? Já. Grjótsveit.
Já, samþykkt. Tilbúinn. Ég satt. Já.
Skipan? Já, satt. Samþykkt. Já. Hver þar? Skipan satt. Grjótsveit. Tilbúinn? Ég vil. Timbursveit.
Hver satt? Ég satt. Tilbúinn, já. Til orustuslag. Hver ég vil atrás. Já, samþykkt. Hver satt?
Samþykkt. Ég vil.
Grjótsveit.
Já, samþykkt. Til, já. Já, satt, ég vil.
Já, samþykkt. Já.
Hver satt?
Já.
Já, hver ég vil satt. Til orustuslag. Já. Tilbúinn. Atrás. Já. Já, ég vil samþykkt. Hver ég satt. Já, ég vil. Já, samþykkt. Hver þar? Tilbúinn. Satt.
Já, samþykkt. Timbursveit.
Hver já. Ég vil. Já, satt. Já.
Hver þar? Ég vil. Satt. Tilbúinn.
Samt ég vil. Til orðustar.
Sjá, ég vil.
Já, satt. Fyrir, já.
Leave my villagers alone!
Tilbúin.
Hver þar? Samþykkt.
Skipan. Já, samþykkt.
Já.
Alright.
Skip, já. Ég vil. Hver samt, já.
It's an interesting decision to go to that wood line instead of the chickens there.
Ég satt.
Not gonna lie.
Já. Já.
Alright, now behind this, it's time for a market, and then we do some market macro.
Tilbúin. Fyrst satt.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is how you don't build any units and prosper.
Já.
I hope this is how you do. I hope it's okay. We'll see. We're gonna go this one.
Skipan.
We'll do this.
Já.
We buy some food.
Já. Ég vil.
Já, satt.
Fyrir samþykkt.
Skipan.
Satt.
Hver það? Já. Já. Ég vil.
Til, já. Já.
Satt. Ég. Timbursveit. Já. Timbursveit.
Fyrir þar. Satt.
Well, he snuck through.
Fyrir tilbúin. Samþykkt.
You know, wall that off.
Tilbúinn.
Skipan. Já. Grjótsveit. Já. Samþykkt. Já.
Tilbúin.
Tilbúinn. Ég satt. Ég vil. Já. Já. Skipan. Já. Timbursveit.
Já. Satt. Tilbúin. Samþykkt.
Hver það?
And the next one would be to maybe come and grab the town center wherever else it is. So let's take a look behind my base.
Skipan. Tilbúinn. Já. Grjótsveit.
I do have my gold upgrade, don't I?
Já. Já.
Is there something behind my base as well?
Grjótsveit.
Fyrir satt.
Or is it this one? I don't really know.
Já. Ég samþykkt.
I don't know this map well enough to be able. Oh, I have my goats still. Holy crap. It's fucking awesome.
Tilbúin. Já. Samþykkt. Ég satt. Samþykkt. Tilbúin. Já. Ég vil samþykkt.
Skip. Já. Grjótsveit.
So what, is it here? Or is it
Já.
somewhere else?
Tilbúin.
It's definitely not there. Wait, it might be there.
Ég vil. Fyrir satt. Ég samþykkt. Já. Satt. Til. Ég vil satt. Já. Hver þar? Tilbúin. Já. Samþykkt.
Til satt. Samþykkt.
Já. Ég vil. Skip. Ég vil. Já. Tilbúin. Samt. Ég vil.
Já, satt.
Hver þar?
Já. Ég vil. Satt. Samþykkt. Ég. Já. 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 Samþykkt. Hver það? Ég samþykkt.
Okay.
Já. Satt. Skip.
Yeah, I'll pay for my upgrade.
Ég vil. Já. Já. Samþykkt. Satt. Til. Ég samþykkt.
Já. Ég vil. Já. Satt. Já. Tilbúin. Hver þar? Satt. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Já. Satt. Já. Satt. Samþykkt. Já. Ég vil. Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Já. Hver þar? Já. Til orð satt. Já. Já. Til ég samþykkt. Skipan. Atrás. Tilbúin. Já. Til orrustuslag. Já. Atrás.
Skip. Satt. Já.
Fyrir þar. Ég vil. Já. Til skip. Fyrir þar. Tilbúin. Já. Já. Tilbúin. Atrás. Fyrir þar. Atrás. Tilbúin. Já. Já. Something. Skip.
Hver þar? Ég vil. Satt. Samþykkt. Ég vil.
Já. Tilbúið. Hver það? Já. Já. Að ég satt. Skip tilbúin. Já. Fyrir já. Skip til orð fyrir það. Já. Tilbúin. Ég vil. Já. Aðrás. Ég samþykkt. Ég til. Já. Ég vil. Skip satt. Ég vil.
Já. Sjá. Satt.
Okay.
Tilbúin. Ég skip hver þar. Já. Tilbúið. Samþykkt. Já.
Fyrir já.
Tilbúin. Hver satt? Grjótsveit.
Ég vil.
Skip hann. Já. Ég vil.
Til satt. Já. Ég
I just want to get
skip hann.
this somewhere. I guess we put it back here.
Something.
Já. Satt. Já. Hver samþykkt? Grjótsveit.
Já. Ég já. Satt. Ég satt. Já. Ég já. Satt.
Tilbúin. Satt.
Fyrir something. Já. Ég satt. Já. Skip hann. Til satt. Já. Ég samþykkt. Já. Ég satt. Já. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Fyrir það. Já.
I'm gonna keep this turtling going. Whether it kills me.
Já. Samþykkt.
I refuse to build any units other than heroes and myth units. Of course.
Til fyrir það.
Can't play Age of Mythology without building myth units. Actually, I built a couple of Huskarls. Oh well.
Fyrir þar.
And if for some reason I have a raiding cavalry.
Ég já.
Don't ask me why.
Something. Ég já.
Skip timbersveit.
Já. Satt. Já. Ég vil. Something. Satt.
I wonder if I win this fight.
Tilbúin. Fyrir það.
Aðrás.
Já. Skip. Tilbúin. Til orðuslag. Fyrir það.
Definitely do need to kill off this bloody Shogun. He is
Skip.
busting my buns.
Fyrir það. Ég satt til samt skip.
Man.
Já. Ég vil. Já. Something.
Hver þar?
Fyrir þar. Já.
Skip hann. Grjótsveit. Tilbúin. Timbersveit. Samþykkt. Já. Satt.
Skip. Ég vil.
Skip hann. Timbersveit. Já. Samþykkt.
Til.
Veiðimaður.
Já. Something. Satt. Ég vil. Já. Something.
Okay.
Hann.
Ég vil.
Tilbúin. Grjótsveit. Já. Grjótsveit. Hver þar? Grjótsveit.
I want to get next age, so let's just sell wood. I don't plan on using that anyways anytime soon.
Timbersveit. Skip hann.
Fyrir það.
Okay.
Satt. Ég já. Já.
Samsatt. Samþykkt.
Tilbúin.
This is nice.
Satt.
Hver þar? Grjótsveit. Tilbúin.
A nice, calm game of Age of Mythology.
Fyrir það. Ég vil. Já. Ég vil. Satt. Tilbúin. Já. Samt. Fyrir satt.
Oh, hello. What to do about this? Of course, a bunch of Huskull would be good. Dragon Scale shields would be good too.
Sat.
Well, I'll just wander over here and see what happens, hey?
Til Boit. Hver þar? Timbersveit.
Já, samþykkt. Já, ég vil. Já, hver það? Samþykkt. Já, satt. Ég vil.
Hver þar? Já, ég vil.
Já, satt.
Charge!
Tilbúið, já. Samþykkt.
Já.
Hver það?
I need another temple.
Já.
That's what I need.
Til ég, já.
Já.
Já, hver það? Satt.
Actually, you know what?
Skip. Já, tilbúið. Já, ég, já. Samþykkt. Satt. Samþykkt. Ég vil.
Samsækið fram. Skipan. Já. Satt. Veiðimaður. Já, ég samþykkt. Ég tilbúin. Já, ég vil. Já, samþykkt. Já, ég vil.
Já, skipi. Já, samþykkt. Já. Tilbúið. Ég,
Já. Hver þar? Sakur. Já, ég. Já.
Fyrst, já. Já, ég vil. Til, já.
Oh no!
Skip. Samt. Já, samþykkt.
He's got the really unfair god power now.
Til, hver þar? Atrás. Já. Satt. Til orustu slag. Tilbúið.
Like, proper unfair.
Skipa.
Tilbúin.
What a shitty god power that is.
Tilbúin. Já, samt. Já.
Guess we make a whole bunch of y'alls at this point.
Skipan. Já, já. Já. Tilbúin. Já, veiðimaður. Satt. Ég samþykkt. Satt. Já, ég samþykkt. Satt. Ég samþykkt. Já, ég vil. Hver satt? Já, já. Samþykkt. Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Já. Já, tilbúin. Hver Karl? Satt. Karl. Til ég vil. Já, já. Skipan. Samþykkt. Já. Skipan.
Why are these guys not working? I feel like they should be working because the farms were built. Oh well. Alright, let's do I have enough for what? No. I probably should just go attack somewhere else, but I'm stubborn. I'm very stubborn here. I want to get all these upgrades in, and then I just want to go kill him. Do I have another gold mine? I do, kind of. Maybe I can sneak up here. That one can't. Alright. Let's go. Alright, let's not go. I will run away from that. That is a unnecessary fight to take. I have so many dudes in this talent center. What the hell? Okay, well, I'll wait the 10 seconds. I might even delete this longhouse. I don't need that. Alright, and then I will pop out. And we'll try again. Oops. Hey, GG. Unforgivable sin of forgetting husbandry. Ah, I did too. Ugh. Victory is mine! We beat the unbeatable horse archer with 1 billion more resources than it costs to build those horse archers. I thought maybe, just maybe, I could Herser him. But I couldn't quite work. That went well. This map's a bit funky. All the gold was on the top on this map. But yeah, maybe if you had a second, maybe if you had one more god power, he could have held me off. And then he could have got me gold starved. I would have been in a tricky spot. Of course, I would have just built trade, but. Dude, was thinking of playing again. Still worth? Yeah, I mean, the game's really fun. I'm enjoying the game. I think the game's fun. So, if I think it is, then it's worth playing. Does it take long to find games? I don't think so. I think it's like between instant to about 3 minutes is my like experience on the ranked ladder. Just depends on if the game is there. I think there isn't a better time to play Age of Mythology than right now. What do we got? We got 227 lobbies currently on a Monday. That's pretty good. We got Gub. Oh, no. Gub is scared. That's fair enough. I'll play this even when I'm demented and in a nursing home. Yeah, that's a good shout. That's exactly what you should do. Is this guy in Twitch chat or YouTube chat? Any tips for someone scared to play their first online match? Ooh, I do. I have many tips. The first tip should be expect to lose and be okay with losing and just enjoy it. The second tip is to learn from what your opponents are doing. So go and watch the recorded games afterwards if you want to. Or just keep playing until your rank goes to the point at which your level actually is, and then you'll play against other people who are at your level. Now, of course, there's a lot less players at the very low levels of ELO, so if you're very new, they're probably not going to find a huge amount of players to play against. But you will find yourself having some really fun games. Some of the best games are definitely played in those lower ELOs. Which civilization would you recommend for beginners? I would suggest Hades. Yo. Hades, Poseidon is good too if you like that. Poseidon, then probably stay away from the Egyptians. Thor is perfectly fine to start with. Odin, really good to start with.
Satt. Timbursveit.
Skipan.
Gaia.
Skip. Yes, ég vil. Something.
Gaia is good to start with. Stay. Maybe Kronos is fine to start with too. Stay away from Uranus. Matarasu is fine to start with. I don't think you should play any of the Chinese first. They're a little too tricky. And of the Aztecs are really tricky, to be completely honest. I think if you aren't... Yeah, I don't think you should play the Aztecs if you're starting out. They're very tricky. But yeah, Amaterasu of the New Gods is pretty simple.
Hver þar?
Já, ég vil. Something. Ég satt. Ég vil. Something.
I've been noticing that my matchmaking keeps breaking until I try Steam verify game files and then it works again. Otherwise, I have multiple 30+ minute queues. Really? Yeah. If your game files aren't like correct, it's not going to link you up because it's going to be searching for people who've got the same game files as you. So, don't know why you would have different ones than anyone else, but that does sound like something that would fix your issue for sure.
Tilbúin. Já.
I just started playing ranked. My queues were very fast, all sub 40 seconds, and you're 3 to 1. Yeah, there you go.
Hver þar?
Yeah, I think the queue times, they are very quick, for sure.
Tilbúin. Ég vil.
I will put a temple.
Til samþykkt. Timbursveit.
Já.
Skipan.
In this game, my opponent is Gaia.
Tilbúin.
I've got a really bad second town center. This town center over here is probably okay to go for. But I have to get through the early game versus Atlantean. With Freyr, it's important to drop your hill fort in your main base because you have no good answers to Terma. But you can just go for throwing axe and Huskull straight off the bat. So that's always a good thing. I'm going to do it like this. Force drop.
Hver þar?
Pull off this many villages. Now I need to defend myself over here. So I'm just going to start dropping walls. And going like this. And we're in a good spot here. I also want to get some houses down. I can't really defend this super easily, but I'm going to be putting... Oh, he's going for the Herso. That changes things. Well, he goes for Leto. It does change things, but not a spectacular amount. I'm just gonna be a little bit more wary on building Huskull and building Throwing Axemen and maybe pump out a few more Herso than I normally would want to. I will drop a house up on this side. But I'm still going to play the strat. I'm still going to go hill fort in my base because he doesn't have to go for automatons here. He should, but he doesn't have to. So I'm going to pop over here and drop my barracks first and drop my thing, put 1 unit on it, and we're good to go. Is this a quick match? Yeah, I'm playing against viewers today. So there's some shitty stuff going on the rank ladder at the moment at the very high levels, and I just don't want to. I don't want to even pay it attention. So I'm just playing against viewers today. I did play against Soup. So we've had some. I played against a nice Tsukiyomi player as well. So I've had some nice games. Yeah, Freyr is a god that you kind of need a lot of knowledge to play. He is quite tricky in that regard. I can also make Draugr here, so I can go Hersa Draugr as somewhat of an answer. That's really weird, Theotius. I'd suggest like contacting the support or something and seeing what they have to say, because that seems very, very strange. Okay, so what we could do here is we could take a bit of a risk, because he hasn't like poked his head in and scouted us. We could take a bit of a risk and wander forward and try and grab that town center at the front of our base. Of course. Oh, no, there he is. All right, so that changes everything. At this point, I need some Huskarl to deal with those Terma. If he wants to kill my villagers, he can, but this is really, really good for me. And then we can come back over on... Actually, we can come on to here now. That's perfectly reasonable as well. Yeah, so he just sort of ran to his death, unfortunately. Oh. He's trying to just kill off my villagers. Not the best usage there. You don't want to sack your army to try and kill off villagers. It's generally not the best usage there of your stuff. Now, at this point, because he sacked a whole bunch of units and I didn't lose anything, this allows me to go grab a town center. So whenever you win a fight, you can kind of think about how you can increase your advantage in that situation. So he's sitting on this. I'm going to wander in and kill this. And then I will grab myself the town center. Do you think we'll see a Hindu? I've got no idea, but I'm really looking forward to whatever comes next for Age of Mythology. I think it's going to be very, very interesting. Okay, so I'm going to keep building Hursa because I'm still a little scared of... Okay, there he is. I'll just put one unit on this. Like I said, he can't actually... This is really annoying. Okay, he can't actually win me on these fights because I've just got more stuff than him. So we just make sure that our units are attacking the right stuff. We get our town center up. We can even micro here a little bit to dodge the Terma. Cheeky bit of micro. I'll drop a house. I get one of these. I'll make some more dudes. And at this stage, I'm in a really, really good position. I don't have a gold mine on top of this, which is a little bit upsetting, but that's okay. And we're going to put these villagers over onto wood for the time being. And I want to get myself another temple. And I'm looking for as many myth units as I possibly can now. So one of the weaknesses of Leto is that you don't have really cheap heroes. Which does allow you to, well, with Oceanus, you get really cheap heroes in the, what am I trying to say? You get really cheap heroes. Oh, there is a gold mine there as well. Even better. Oceanus has got cheap heroes, but Leto doesn't. What Leto has is the really cheap myth units. Okay. So from here, we'll get upgrades. I still need to fix that. Apparently, I didn't do that. To the races. Has anyone... No, I'm winning everyone. I am the king today. Not even the almighty Soup and his trap nonsense could take me out. Okay, so the next move here with Frere, I guess, is you can just kind of do whatever you want. You can grab upgrades. I'm going to just grab everything. And you can get a town center again. If I walk forward here, there's probably another town center around here. He's looking into my main base. I don't think there's anything I'm super worried about here.
Something.
Tilbúin. Fyrir það.
That was fun.
Ég vil.
Já, ég vil. Tilbúin. Já, samþykkt. Já.
Já.
Ég vil. Já. Skipan. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Já. Tilbúin. Já, samþykkt. Já, ég vil.
Já, ég vil. Hver er það? Satt.
Skip. Ég hver er samþykkt.
Tilbúin samþykkt.
Til satt. Skipan. Timbur. Já. Ég samþykkt. Atrás. Ég timbursveit.
Hver er timbursveit? Skipa. Ég vil. Satt. Ég vil. Satt. Ég vil. Timbursveit.
Já. Samþykkt.
Til satt.
Já.
So the weakness of raiding with archers is if they don't have ballistics, you can dodge the archers very, very easily. Alright, so these guys can pull off this and come over onto food. We should probably just go next stage. I'm gonna go for a Bragi for a change of pace here. I got something I want to try.
Já. Samþykkt.
Já.
Hver er
Skip.
það?
Timbursveit. Satt. Ég vil. Satt. Samveiðimaður.
Já. Já, samþykkt. Skip. Já, ég vil.
Are there even any other African mythologies to take from than each? I've got no idea. I recently started AM Retail and started watching AM Retail videos. Then I found your channel. You're commentating on the fights are absolutely beautiful. Just finished Recon vs Grass Losers semifinals. Yes, that's exactly right.
Já.
This is what I'm talking about. This game is amazing. People just don't realize it. I might be biased.
Já, ég vil.
Já.
We've had some amazing games over the past year. Some absolute crackers.
Skipa. Ég vil. Satt.
Skipan. Satt. Ég vil. Tilbúin. Já. Samþykkt.
Right.
Ég samþykkt.
Thank you for commentating games. It makes it easier to understand. Thank you for watching. It makes it way better for me.
Já. Já.
If you guys don't watch, then there's not really much I can do.
Satt. Veiðimaður. Hver er það? Skipa.
Are there two
Já.
elephants here? Oh. Just make sure that those guys are chilling.
Skipan.
Oh god.
Ég samþykkt.
I just want more Draugrs, but I also need the food. Okay, so now we can advance. This is good. And I also want to go into a whole bunch of berserks. Now there's this technology that I very rarely get to see anyone use because it's to be completely honest, pretty bad. But there's this technology that if you take a look at this berserk, he has 6.6 speed at the moment. So if you're sitting still, you get a ton of speed boost. So I basically just want to sit here, wait for him to come and attack me, and just go kill him. And I'm going to do so with berserks, and that's going to also allow me to have a huge amount of Draugr. And that's why we went Bragi as well, so that there's some technologies that we can stack for the berserks.
Skipan. Ég vil.
Já. Tilbúin. Satt. Ég vil. Satt. Samþykkt. Satt. Ég vil. Timbursveit. Hver er þar?
Yeah, you just... These guys are struggling.
Skipan. Satt. Tilbúin.
Já. Tilbúin. Samþykkt.
Tilbúin.
Ég vil.
Já.
I do have 10 longhouses. I probably don't need any more. So we get that upgrade straight away.
Já.
And I want this one. I want this one. I don't need that one. I want those. I think I do want an armory here.
Tilbúin. Hver er þar?
Now we've got plenty of food. You guys go up here, and this is just going to be all for all these guys. And there he comes, and now we attack. And my berserks should be very, very quick here. Unfortunately, I don't have my upgrade just yet, so I'm going to click my flaming weapons. And I should melt through his army. And this will give me even more Draugr. The Herso can kill off the Behemoth, and then we can come over and kill off the Palace. Unfortunately, my Berserks are now down to 5 speed again. Rat.
Something. Yo. Atraus. Yo.
Alright.
Skipan, satt, grjótsveit.
Sferin þar. Satt.
Hey, victory! Well, he typed haha. I don't know if that means victory or not.
Tilbúin. Já. Sferin þar. Til orustu slag. Tilbúin. Já. Já. Ég vil. Atraus. Tilbúin. Atraus.
Maybe I should make Battle Ball here. That will kill his army a bit fast, or his base a bit faster. Okay, GG. Do I think Flaming Weapons, Bronze, Frost should have a shorter duration? I think they're kind of fine as they are. Whoa, do we just drop connection? It's okay. All right. I think I'll cast a game and then we might call it a night. Deceive versus Pegasus Rush. This one looks like fun. Oh no, my computer's broken. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, another game, another you, another me in the left-hand corner of the map, playing as Quetzalcoatl. His name is Deceive. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Zeus. His name is Pegasus. So yes, we are at the upper echelons of the ladder at this moment. We are at the upper echelons of the ladder at this moment. This is the map Mirage. It is new to the ranked map pool. Hasn't been in the ranked pool before, but I think it's a really, really cool map. And I think it's a map that, you know, does give the vibe of something different than, say, just another reskin of Blue Lagoon or Savannah. Yeah, I'm a big fan of it in the ranked map pool because it's not like super forcing you out of your comfort zone for a beginner. Like, your water is safe. Your opponent can come and attack it, but it's safe. And the main part of the actual map, the main part of the game isn't going to be about the water. It's just a nice little thing to change things up a little bit. Any chance I can make a map guide? I'm not exactly sure what a map guide would entail. Like, I have to somehow make everything so generalist that it doesn't really mean anything anyways, because every god's so different. Unfortunately, I think map guide needs to go inside of god guide. So if someone does a god guide and doesn't really explain what the maps mean for that god, then they're probably missing quite a bit of that god's, like, information, right? Like, what's set good on Oasis? What's set's best strats on Mirage, on Midgard? Should I pick set on a map like Mediterranean or Highland? Those sort of questions and answers are very, very important for guides. But yeah, I haven't done any god guides at the moment. I'm working on the introductory series. I've done the Aztecs, I've done the Egyptians and the Norse. So I think the next introductory series is going to be the Atlanteans. But yeah. Covering the mine and hunt information of each map. It's different every time though, right? Like sometimes you get a town center or a settlement with a back gold mine. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you get hunt back here. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes the hunt's here. Sometimes it's not, like on this map. Anyways, Pegasus with the temple. More houses for Dzeev. And he's going to have himself 9 fish. The basic premise of Mirage is get 9 fish, then advance and play the game, right? So you want to do that really, really efficiently. And you can see building a temple here for Dzeev is very late, but he has also got himself the craft workshop and a lumber outpost over here, which is going to be nice. I do recommend here for Dzeev to get the wall off here. Unfortunately, this house, not in the best spot, should lock off onto the town center to some degree and lock off outwards. So then he can wall over here and then he can wall down. And that way he can protect himself against any Jason, Heracles, early game shenanigans. But he does have a watchtower up, so that will be somewhat of an assistant. He's got a town center. And he's also got access to warrior priests, which are pretty good to defend yourself. Yeah, Ray Murloc, the main things on what a map is like, how easy is it to wall? So is it open or closed? How much hunt is on the map? Is it high hunt, medium hunt, or low hunt? And does it have water or not? And how much water? And after all of that, there's not much more to talk about, I think. This guy actually does some damage. He actually does some damage there. He almost died, but he does some damage. Minotaur coming through. Heracles coming through. There is a stable up for Pegasus, which is interesting. Not sure I fully understand the stable idea, but he's going for it as the Minotaur will make its way in. Warrior priests are going to be smacking away as the villagers attempt to keep themselves alive. And I believe that Dzeev has completely defended himself. Really nice defense there from Dzeev because this early game does somewhat rely on getting some damage there from the Heracles. I mean, he doesn't have to get damage, but it somewhat does rely on that. And okay, so after seeing that, I'm walking away from this game without even testing it, knowing that the Tenali bug still exists. Which faction currently has the hardest way to accumulate favor? It depends on what you mean by hard. So, for example, Norse requires 0 effort to get favor. You just play the game and you kill units and you get favor. That's a 0 effort way, but you're probably not going to get as much favor as, say, an Atlantean player that manages to get 10 oracles out. But that's also quite difficult because you have to get 10 oracles out and keep them alive. And then you can go, well, the Aztecs, their favor system is quite complex in the fact that you have 3 different ways to gain favor with the Aztecs. You can get Tenali, which is very similar to the Norse way. You fight, you kill units, you take their life essence, and that gives you favor. You sacrifice your own villagers into the temple. But, I mean, it's pretty simple to get, right? You just take a villager, you sack it. You just fight, make sure your warrior priests or towers or great halls or temples are around. It's pretty easy to get it, right? But you're actually not getting as much as the other civs. Or you bloodlet as Quetzalcoatl. So it's kind of complicated, but... And then you've got Greek. Incredibly simple. You want favor? Put villagers on the temple. Egyptian, you want favor? Build monuments. Easy, simple. China is probably the easiest because you really don't have to think. You literally just build buildings that you would already build, and that gives you your favor. Maybe Japan is the most difficult because you've basically got an Atlantean style favor gathering mechanic, but you have to build an Egyptian building, right? You have to build the actual shrine, but then you also need to be like putting it somewhere specific on a map. So maybe I'll go with Japan has the hardest or most complicated favor gathering system. Maybe. Nonetheless, a couple villages to come around for Pegasus to start repairing up the temple. He is looking for a heroic age here. He's got hoplites. He's got Hippias. Very important to be making hoplites versus these spearmen. The spearmen are an amazing answer versus Hippias, but absolutely rubbish versus everything else. And we will see some Tekiwa archers as well from Daziv as he's going up through Koyal, Xiao, no, Koyal, Nah, I don't even know how to say this one. I need to figure that one out. Can someone give me a way to say this that helps? I need to know how to say this one. Is it Kui at the end or Kui? Aztec spearmen trade well into hoplites? I don't think so. They have 40% hack armor versus 40% hack armor. So they got the same amount of effective HP in that regard, but 85 hit points. They got way less hit points. And they're doing 2 less base damage than the hoplite. So while they are cheaper than the hoplite by quite a bit, I don't think they're DPS per cost. I don't think their effective HP per cost is better than the hoplite. And there goes the Starfall, and Pegasus will have to run. He does have Restoration. Whether or not he needs to drop it is a different question. He will decide to do so, as he's happily just going to be running around in this Starfall. Picks off one of those Titsamiddles. Very, very smart to go after that, as we are going to be seeing a Warrior Priest getting converted in here. Can he take that down in time? No, not quite able to do so, as the Son of Osiris is in. And now the Hydra will have to start bailing. Well, he can't really bail, just turn around and get a couple of kills in, but the Titsamiddle will really take that out very, very quickly. But after the dust settles, second Town Center is now up for Daziv. He is behind on the Town Center shenanigans. He got some damage done, but he is behind on village account. So, I mean, after all, yeah, after everything sort of is said and done, game's pretty close to equal. 15 villagers need to get to work, though, so Daziv is pulling ahead for the moment, as the villagers will pop back out. The Daziv Tajipla will end up dying, and Pegasus will get back to work. Koi Koi! We have to watch one of Adipes's games. Adipes told me to watch a game, so we'll watch one of his games after this. And then I might head to sleep. But this is currently a really, really good game. This is super close. Tiny bit of an advantage for Pegasus, which I think Daziv is going to be able to... I mean, there is a big timing here for Pegasus. If he can actually get some units out, he's got bronze, and he can just beat through this great temple and town center, because there's not really any military units out at the moment for Daziv. He's got one Titsamiddle, which doesn't really do a whole lot, as it's behind Pegasus, and Pegasus is just going to clean that up. That'll take him down. And then he's also got this unit here contributing, the Axolotl, contributing to his military resource value. So that's take off 400. So he's barely got anything. But he will start pumping units out as he's going up through Tlaloc. And, well, Pegasus has to either say, let's go for the big fight right away, bronze, and try and break this position. Or he has to play it much slower and see what's going to happen, as he does say, all right, we'll try and take it out. Picking off the Great Temple is going to be good. Sean ones for Daziv are a must at the moment, as the heroes can go after the Titsamiddle villagers to pull off with the gold for the time being, as another Tajipla will come through. And it looks like Pegasus says, you know what, let's pull back. Not the biggest of deals. Pegasus on the forward move. This here, he wants to drop a fortress, but the Tlaloc is a complete counter to this. I remember like at the start, people were saying that this god power is not very strong, but the fact of the matter is the whole god, you don't really judge a god power by the god power itself. You judge a god power by the entirety of the major god. So if there's like a god power that's really good, and then there's a whole bunch of unique techs that are really bad, you go, well, that's kind of normal, right? That's what it should be. There's an amount of power that you get. But Tlaloc, the god power isn't terrible. It kills off a military build or a fortress, and it gives you a defensive positioning. But then you also get some really good techs and a really good myth unit. So it's like a mid god power, but a really good techs and really good myth unit. Hot take, but I preferred the Aussie Aztec nickname. Aussie Aztec is Ben, not me. He's a very, very sexy man though. And Daziv is going to be doing the Kimichin spy technique. You do lose out on some villagers, but these are very, very cheap. 45 resources to start going up to the next tier here, as the Pillar of Tlalocan actually getting dropped over here. Not what Daziv really wanted. If he saw this, he would have dropped it on that, but he wants it on the units, as the Petropolis can start taking this down. But yeah, the myth unit power spike here for Daziv is going to be absolutely insane. Couple of obsidian butterflies in, as the army for Pegasus will need to get out of here. Turning around onto this one to take out the Ayatochli is good, because that gives him a defensive position over here, almost taking out the Ayatochli down to 171 HP, as the Ahuzotl is going to get taken out as well. And the big poor Zeus player with only 3 heroes is very much struggling versus this sudden burst of myth unit. As the Odysseus to come back in. Hoplites and Peltas are on the way, but Pegasus is going to have to pull back and figure out some way to defend all of this stuff. Daziv is in a ridiculously good position at the moment. What's the big pigeon called? The Tunkuluchu. Tunkulachu. The Tunkulachu. The Tunkulachu. One of those two. He's pretty strong. I think his passive might be bugged. Basically, you need a bunch of Tunkuluchu to make it work. So two Tunkuluchu. Wait, does it say basic attacks? Attacks, yeah. Any attack. So basically, you want the Tunkuluchu to... You want to have a bunch of them. One isn't going to do anything, but a bunch are going to be the way to go. So now Daziv will grab a town center. There is a comeback here for Pegasus inside of the Hephaestus. He fell behind because of the power spike of the Mythic Age there for Daziv. But Age of Mythology is a game of power spikes. They're a decent blood pack target, really? Why is that? Does the special do 15 divine? You times that by whatever it is, by 3, maybe, yeah, it could be pretty huge. Is the military buildings group selection bug fixed? I have no idea what that bug is. Sorry, my friend. Apparently it's fixed. Okay, now the Jaguar Riders on the way, as Pegasus will have to pull back. And he's going to be able to pull back a little bit inside of Hera. As there is the Quetzalcoatl incarnate. And he heals? Really? All right. There you go. There is some healing for the Aztecs. Wait, at what rate? I didn't even realize he did heal. That's crazy. Can you not bolt him? I don't think they lack a healer. I don't think they need a healer. To the top side for the gold mine over here. There is a random Kimichin spy over here. I don't think they'd be broken with healing. I just don't think that every civ needs healing. Do you know what I mean? I don't think that's the case. Like, that's one of the asymmetrical things, right? Where you go, oh, we can take healing away from a civ, but we can take off their economy a little bit. Like, for example, Egyptians' economy, they get good healing, but their villagers gather much slower than everyone else, basically, right? Big fight here for Pegasus, as it looks like he will be able to win this one. He's got those Peltas trying to take out the Eagle Warriors. Eagle Warrior versus Peltas. I think the Peltas wins by cost, but those Eagle Warriors, you need quite a few units to actually take him out, as the Quetzalcoatl will end up falling. And Pegasus will charge forward and take all these bad boys out. Egyptian villagers do gather slower, and they do have a pharaoh, but that is not enough to put the Egyptian economy in front of, say, the Greek economy, because you can't empower everything. If that makes sense. You can empower, like, with ISIS, you can maybe empower like 20 villages out of 100. So, yeah. That's my take, at the very least. I don't know what the actual take is, but that's my take. If some civ got healing and had a crazy good economy, then I'd be like, well, what's going on here? Like, Japanese gets healing because their villages... Japanese gets healing because their villages, or their villager train time is interrupted to build Miko. So that hurts their economy. So they get that economy back by healing. As another example. But Pegasus drops the lightning storm down. Gets some good damage in. Naziv is now in a little bit of a tricky situation. He is building himself these heavy Sean one. And Pegasus has got to be careful here, because running these hoplites into the Sean one is kind of like running into a whole bunch of Paspists. These are 3 population here. Another restoration to try and take down the Great Temple, but he's going to be throwing quite a bit of stuff away to make this happen. Agave Bloom down. You almost have to run from this, right? Look at this, 2,000 HP to regen. That is a crazy god power there. Of course, there was a bunch of villagers that was sacked to make that happen, as it's 57 to 94 at the moment, and Pegasus will be pulling back. He's almost got enough favor for another restoration. But this Quetzalcoatl army is really strong, and if Pegasus can't actually get a trade here, he's going to be in trouble. Like a decent trade. If he does get a good trade, he's going to be winning. Hoplites and Peltas might seem like the unit comp, but I feel like it should be Hoplite, Paspist, Peltas, Toxotes. That's all, or Medusa instead of Toxotes is perfectly fine and reasonable as well. Medusa versus these Jaguar riders seems like a great investment. 65 food, 95 gold. It's kind of a big deal. And Pegasus does still have a little bit of gold at the top. But he is almost out of it. I'd love to just see him slap down a market here and slowly start getting, or up to onto the top, and slowly start getting himself his trade route going. Yeah, Medusa, one strong unit here. Bellerophon to the top to help defend this side. As I have to imagine that this fight is going to go pretty well for Pegasus. At least this fight here should, because of all the Medusas and the lack of heroes. Though the warrior priest getting converted into the incarnate on the front, that's kind of a big deal. We'll see if that's actually going to help out or not. Though it's running away from the time being instead of going after the Medusa. I think Pegasus is good to go here. I mean, it's kind of hard to say. It's 3 town centers to 2 town centers at the moment. And the population is very, very steady for Dzeev. Man, these Medusas, once they get out into force, I feel like, I don't even think that sits and middles are a good idea versus these guys. Of course, he can charge in, get the stun, get some big damage done, but he also is going to need heroes, of which he doesn't have any. He does have a temple, but just the one. Maybe this unit is the better call to try and take out the Medusas. Because it looks like Pegasus is trading very well at the moment. And he is managing to break through this Aztec army for sure. As a great temple on the front here to lock off this gold mine is smart, but he's also got to lock off this gold mine. If Pegasus wants, he can run in here, drop a fortress, and he can have that gold mine. That's going to be nice for him. Anyone tested the necklace of eyeballs tech for the Tejipla? What does that do? I did test it, whatever it is. Just can't remember which one it is. I mean, expensive AF for 25% damage on 1 unit. I don't know. Like, I just don't know about it. If I could get multiple Tejipla out, then maybe it would be better. If it was like Tejipla limit 2 or 3 and plus 25% damage, then sure. It also counts for the incarnate. Yeah, but I don't care. I don't think I'm going this god ever for these technologies. I'm going for it for this, and I'm going for it for this, and I'm going for it for this. Those other 2 technologies are basically memes, I think. Unfortunately. But I could be wrong. Maybe someone will do it versus me. I'll be like, that's busted. Okay, now we're starting to see some warrior priests. This is the hard part for Aztecs, is that when your opponent gets out a myth unit mass, you've only got 1 building that you can build your heroes out of to deal with it. Now, of course, the smart people in the room would say, but boy, that's the same for Egyptians. Egyptians can only build priests out of their temple. And I say to that, you're actually wrong. You can build the priest out of the town center as well. You shouldn't, but you can. But the other thing is, I would also say, you could just build a second temple. And you probably should, as the Aztecs, build a second temple. Because one of the really nice things about the Aztecs is you can get a lot of favor in very, very quickly. So there's this thing in the Great Temple. This sacrifice. The easiest way to use that sacrifice is you put the goats into the temple, you sacrifice them, and then you sack a whole bunch of villages and you use your extra god powers. That's the easiest way to use that. The hard way to use it is to drop 2 or 3 temples, then get your Great Temple, then get yourself the bank of resources you need to get your myth units out, and then do your mass sack, and then get yourself a huge amount of myth units out in a very quick amount of time. That's like the way to go. Pegasus right now is going to lose this game on gold. Unfortunately. He has no gold mines. His town center was taken down. Pegasus is falling. Can he bring it back? He does have the trade route started at the very least. And he does have Medusa Matriarchs. How many does he have? He's got 6! Some might even call that a hefty amount of Medusa. Do you have info as to why they changed Hathor to Sobek? No. Sorry. If I did have info, I wouldn't share it with you anyways. No, I'm just kidding. I've got no idea. I think they just... I don't know. I think they just felt like it was the better choice. And Dizeev does manage to get the dub. Unfortunately for Pegasus. I think he got this game into a good spot. He just sort of didn't really manage to get the map control. Maybe this attack onto this position was where he sort of threw it. Could have been a little bit slower. But a very fun game. A nice game. A close game. And the Aztecs are strong. It's great. You love to see it. Archier. You'd say myth units are the correct choice against the Aztecs? Yeah, I think myth units are just good in general though. We have 10 Titsamiddles and 13 Medusa Matriarchs. Unfortunately, the player who built less myth units managed to win the game, but he also got 6 other myth units from his thing, so add that to the number. He goes up to 16. Alright. Buff Zeus, hello player. How is your tournament going? I've heard you are winning games. I don't know if you've particularly been playing or not, but I've heard you've been winning games. What's the story? Kaiba, thank you, Boit. Walling with temple and houses from town center is so safe versus Aztecs. I do it every game now and don't lose temples half the games. No worries. I'm here to help. I guarantee you that none of the other pros want to listen to me, and they're still putting their temples out in the middle of nowhere and losing them. Some of them do. Some of them do. I'm going to head off for now. It's a bit of a shorter stream than normal. I understand, but today we're heading off. So I thank you all for hanging out with me. And I am going to raid Adapesson. So I met the old boy in Japan, and I want to send him some love. So I will see you guys. I'll see you guys. I'm not sure if I'm on tomorrow. If I'm not on tomorrow, I'll see you guys the next day. Bye for now. Bye bye.